that means my mother. It's a good angle, though. Did it say the name of the live? So I have changed some things. I moved the Java firm where the jade snail is, hi, to the ship. One here, one on the back, and one little leaf on the front. I was just wondering, whoever's watching it, what kind of fish they would recommend with these little tiny neon tetras. There's 5 neon tetras and 2 jade mystery snails and 1 regular mystery snail, which he's called Sneaky. He's a baby that hatched in our betta fish tank, and I don't know if you can see him. He's right there. He's extremely tiny and hides. And that little floating stuff back there is small pieces of zucchini that the snails eat on, and the neon tetras have been eaten on. And I don't know where the other jade snail is. He's probably in the front. He hangs out on the inside and the front. And of course, there's only one fish out. And the rest are over here. Underneath this giant filter. The plants are finally doing good. I like fish too, I've always have, but it's been, I think, 8 years since we had a fish tank because both of the fish tanks got broke. I had a 55 gallon and a 5 gallon. They both broke. And I did glowfish, and then I had black molly? And a black molly. But this is the first time with live plants, which seems to be doing a lot better. This one's finally turning red like it's supposed to. Well, right now we have a 3 gallon and this 10 gallon. 15 gallon. That would be, I would like that. What kind of fish do you have in it? Yeah, well, there's 5 neon tetras. We did have some fancy guppies, but the store we got the fish from were not any good. You have some tetras too. What do you have, the neon tetras? I know there's a bunch of different tetras. Yeah, I thought about getting maybe some shrimp. I found this. I don't know what those are. Loaches? Yeah, I don't know what those are. Oh, like eels. Ooh. Those might not look too bad in this tank. Like, are they different colors, or are they all just one color? Those look neat. I have to order them. Well, that's neat. Have to look into getting them. I'd have to find them, then get them shipped, because there are stores that have fish. Bye. Yeah, our fish store doesn't have any good fish in our area. And they
definitely don't have exotic.
Like the fish store that we got these fish from, they just leave dead fish floating in them, so. We had 6 neon tetras and 1 died. We had 6 fancy guppies and all the guppies, but I think 3 died. So I'll just get them shipped from a hatchery that actually deals with fish better than the pet stores around here. Yeah, we're getting a bunch more plants. The red roots were ordered and shipped from Florida. The red roots, they float on the top, so I can't wait until they come in. And we put window tint on the back to give it a black background, which looks a lot better than see-through. And I did order 2 cooling fans that clip on the top, because the betta fish tank is always hot because we're running a coal furnace, which is 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit all the time when it's on. Yeah, they like the darker background, so do snails. They're neon tetras. They're very hard to see. There's one right there. We just haven't. I found a place to order them from, fish from, and I just haven't ordered any yet. There's one in the ship. I'm not sure about the tiny ones since they're just babies, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 females, and probably the rest will be males, so I hope they have babies. And then I'll have to get something to put them in because they're cannibals and eat their babies. We'll just look at the one in the ship. I think this one we're looking at right now might be a female because it's round. The females are supposed to be bigger than the males, but I don't know. Yeah, there's only 5 of them. The line on their back is supposed to be straight if it's a male. There's a couple of them that are wavy. Yeah, it's a nice design for right now, but our plants haven't come in yet. We're gonna get plants to go in this back corner, and then the root ones that they float on top and they have red roots. Which the only thing that's in the corner right now is zucchini for the snails, and the neon tetras will eat that too. Gives them a different variety than just feeding them this all the time. You're supposed to switch it up. And everything's doing good for now. No, we had the fancy guppies, which were bigger than these neon tetras, but they all pretty much died. It's from the store we got them from. They don't take care of them very well. The tanks have a bunch of dead fish in them and all that. They don't even take them out. Yeah, we had 6 fancy guppies, and I think we only had 3 left out of all of them. So they went to the store. But yeah, I found an online store that you can order fish and have them shipped, and that'll probably be next month. Let the plants and stuff that we get settle in before I get more fish. The only other big fish we have is a betta fish that's out in the other tank. Well, if I had the money, I'd open up my own better aquarium store. Like these plants that we got from the store, they look very bad. They're finally starting to come back to life. This one finally turning red like it's supposed to. This tank had its own light, but the light was so small, I went and got this one, which has a blue light. It makes everything blue, which I like too. We only use that at night for a little bit. And the tank is right at 78 degrees. I do have a cooling fan for it, but I have to figure out how to attach it because it has this lip and it won't fit down over. I can go show you it on the 3-gallon tank. This is the fan I got. It clips on. And there's Rusty the snail. Let's see. There's Shaggy. And there's Blueberry. Blueberry has blue, black, and pink in them. And the fan has 5 settings. And you can set it for how long you want it to run. But it cooled. The tank was over 80 degrees. I turned it on for a little bit and you can't see. But I did drop it down to a better temperature. It's not really loud. That's its highest setting, 5. It ripples the water a little bit, and it's adjustable. I can lay it flat down. The light on this tank is being changed, and that's just rocks that we had for the plants, which I thought about tearing it all down and putting sand in, like this tank, because this tank has natural sand color and the rocks that match the color, which looks a lot better. So I may eventually change that tank. But I'm not going to do anything else with the betta tank until the new light comes in. Because that light, it gets too hot. Yep. But I'm going to wait on the 3-gallon tank, and this is the one we're going to work on for now because the light's supposed to be here at the end of the month. I don't know what's taking it forever. Probably coming from China. But yeah, I like the plants. This is the first time doing plants. The 5-gallon I had, we did the fake plants. And the fake plants, they just look ugly. I just like the way these look. And once we get the floating plants, and there's some kind of like, that looks like a tree that's growing from the bottom. Well, this light it is good. It is designed for plants for this 10-gallon tank. So we got the perfect light for this one, but I have to get the light to come in for the 3-gallon. No, I don't see any bubbles coming from the plants. Yeah, well, this 10-gallon tank had a light about this big, which the whole tank was dark when it was on. So this one was the last at the pet store, and it was $40, and it's been wonderful. It's actually made the plants start growing. Finally, there's new growth on them, and the one for the 3-gallon was just too big. It was baking the fish tank, getting it up over 85 degrees just on. So I got the new ones coming that clips on like this one on the back so it doesn't cause any problems. So I don't have to have a lid on. And that one out there is doing good. This baby snail came from out there. It hatched in that tank out there. Which the snail's doing good. And this fern was out in the other tank, which you can see it's all ate on. It's a mystery snail, just a regular mystery snail. And this one over here is a jade mystery snail. There is another one, but he hides in the front of the ship inside. That one back there is so young, the shell's probably still soft. I didn't even see it. I don't know if there's low potassium or not. I don't know. No, I got root tabs, and I'm going to get feed for just the plants. Yes, there's new leaves finally growing on these plants. They came sickly from the store, and they're finally starting to grow again. All I know is the liquid I'm getting, it's plant food. It gives them iron, calcium, whatever they need. and I use root tabs, which that's all the minerals the roots need. And I have that already in the substrate. And I'm getting this to help the plants that makes them grow, and it's fertilizer. It's everything. I watch a bunch of different YouTube videos that's all they do is make and put plants in their fish tanks, and they don't even use filters or anything. The plants do it all, and that's what they feed their plants. So I'll just try that, and hopefully the other plants come in from Florida and everything will be good. But these neon tetras like shade, so the more plants, the better it will be. That's why the light's off to the one side, because they're a fish that don't like direct light. That's why this one's hiding inside the ship. And they'll hide underneath the big filter that's for a 75-gallon tank. I don't even think I have the box on the light no more, so I don't know anything about. The light's on from 9 to 9. 9 in the morning and shuts off at 9 at night. So they can get their sleepy time. Yeah, that's 12 hours. Not totally, just new in live plants. I had a 5-gallon fish tank for a while, and I went and got a 55-gallon fish tank, but it broke before I could use it. And then the 5-gallon broke, and then I got out of it for like 8 years. So this is the first time back with fish, first time with snails and live plants. But fish, no, I've had fish. I did the glow-in-the-dark, the glow fish, mollies, a different kind of catfish. I'll have to look into that. I have to get them shipped from a place because our pet stores they don't keep good care of the fish they have in there. So I'd have to order them and get them shipped. But yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll research them and look into them and everything. Like I did the neon tetras and the snails. and the plants. So this tank came set with a lid, light, and filter system, which I replaced the filter system with this sponge, or filter, whatever you want to call it, and changed the light because it wasn't big enough. But yeah, we're looking for a couple different fish for this tank. Yeah, the sponge filter, it actually works a lot better than the hang off the back filter that came with this tank, but I still have that just in case. It made too much noise. This one's a lot quieter. And it has the little air pump that's specifically for a 10-gallon tank. I have one ordered for the 3-gallon tank that's just for a 3-gallon. And the last set of fish I had, the one that had babies, and there was like 30 some babies, which some got ate because before I could get them out of the tank and into something else. Yep. I just hope these ones actually lay eggs and actually have baby fries, and so they can populate, because I know they like being in a school fish. And I don't think and I don't like goldfish. They're just too boring and annoying. Yeah, that's what I want. I just like the way it looks. Like, I didn't like the glowfish that much. Now these neon tetras, I like them. And the first time having snails, which seem to be easy keeping. Yeah, I'll look into all that, what goes good with these neon tetras. Don't need them killing each other. Like the fancy guppies I had, there was one aggressive one, and it attacked pretty much all of them. Oh, I did buy 6 of them, and most of them died, so I took all of them back and just kept the little neon tetras. I just liked the way they looked, but after I got them home and stuff, there was one that would attack them, and then they just started dying. Wow, that's a lot. And they all died one by one. Yeah, I'm not wasting the money on them. They're expensive, and these neon tetras are like the cheapest fish that our pet store had. So yeah, especially at 22 pairs, and they were all dying one by one. I bet that did. So yeah, I'll just stick to these ones for right now till I get my plants built up. The water is very clear after I got this filter, this foam filter, sponge filter, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm gonna get all the fish and all the plants. Like the plants that are coming now are coming from Florida, and the fish I think are out west. I think a little bit, and that's where everything will be coming from. Because I'm not buying fish from a pet store or plants because you just buy them and they're sick to begin with because they don't take care of them. Like these poor snails, they never fed them, so their shells are all brittle and falling apart. Which plant is that? Yeah, I can change it. Which way does it need changed? Under the light. Okay, I can put it closer to the light, or I can just move the light. Yeah, our pet stores. There's two of them that are in our area, and all the fish are just bad kept. They don't take the dead ones out. They leave them. They don't feed the snails. Hello. Yeah, I'll move the light a little bit because once the other plants that float will may it give more shade for the neon tetras. Yeah, that's more above the plant. And it still gives enough shade off to the left for the shade for the snails and the fish. Bye. Yep. Good luck with yours.
Yeah.
Okay. I did move the light over a little bit. Now, see if I can find Sneaky the Snail. I don't see him. What? Look in the comments. There's a fish in there that one guy said about. Before I end it. Oh, there's Sneaky. Sneaky the Snail is back. He's so tiny and hard to see. Now it's going to be blurry. There he is. Quit focusing on the air bubbles. Wipe the screen. There he is. He's on the heater. Now he's going behind. Yeah, this little guy was hatched from the beta fish tank. There's two mystery snails out there. So that means there's one mystery snail in here, and then two Jade's mystery snails. That's one. And the other one hides until the light comes off up in here, up in the hole. Nobody watched it. Well, thanks for watching and liking. I hope you subscribed if you haven't done that. There is fishing videos from the river coming up. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.